Hey guys, welcome back to Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Sydney, and today we're comparing the 2022 model with the previous 2021 model of the NordicTrack 2450. The new model has a whole new look, it's sleek, has a larger screen, but how does it compare to the previous model? Let's jump in and find out. So one of the most noticeable upgrades, besides the overall design, is this new large 22-inch touchscreen on the new 2022 model. Previous model has a 14-inch touchscreen. With this one, you're able to tilt it up and down to be able to avoid any overhead glare, and then you can also pivot it side to side to be able to utilize iFit on and off the treadmill. The previous 2021 model kind of tilts tiny bit, maybe like an inch to adjust, and you don't get that side to side being able to pivot it that way to use iFit. So this has been an excellent upgrade on NordicTrack's part. Both of these models do use iFit with a membership, and with the 2022 purchase, you can get iFit free for the first month. Moving on to the console, this console's definitely been streamlined. It has significantly less storage than the previous model. With the 2021 model, you get the storage tray underneath. You also have a little bit larger and deeper cup holders. The cup holders on this one are a little bit more shallow, but I haven't had any problem. They hold my water bottle in place, and I have a pretty large water bottle. They're also removable, so you can just take them out if you don't want to use them, maybe set whatever item you need on a table nearby. But just something to be aware of with this new design, if you like a lot of items nearby, there's not much to be able to use for storage on this design, but we don't really miss it. Also, I really like the handles on the new model. So the horizontal bar is just a straight across bar. You don't have any separation. So it just makes it to where it's easier to grip on and better for that balance assistance, in my opinion, especially, and they're also nice and slim to be able to get a good grip on if you need to. Also, it's really hard to tell on camera, but these side handles have a really nice coating. It's a nice texture to avoid any slipping, especially when you get sweaty. They don't ever feel sticky or slippery. So it's just a really nice touch, and also the console just feels nice and stable when you're using it. It stays in place. This one has a crossbar that's underneath, so it's a steel crossbar underneath the storage tray that helps keep the console in place, and with this new design, they don't need it and it's not included, and the console stays just as still as the previous model. One thing we do have is with this larger screen, I feel like it's kind of to be expected when you have a large screen attached to a treadmill, is you can get a little bit of screen wobble. So we get a little bit when we're using this treadmill at higher speeds, and also with larger users, there can just be like a little bit of shake. It's nothing distracting, just something to be aware of. Moving on, so you might have noticed, maybe checking out the specs on this new model from the previous one, the motor size is smaller. So this is a 3.6 HP motor. Previous model has a 4.0. I tested them side by side, timed them, also did a decibel test. I can't even tell the difference between them. Even with the data, they adjust the same amount of speed, increasing speed, decreasing speed, same with the incline and decline. And then also sound-wise, they were just within maybe a few decibels of each other. So just know when you're getting the 2022 model, it is going to perform the same as the previous model, and we are very thankful for that. We get a lot of use on this deck especially. You can do that walking, running, jogging, hiking, sprinting, and pretty much all size users will be able to get a lot of use out of this motor and on this deck. So the deck is 60 inches long and 22 inches wide, which is the same as the previous model. Something that you might have noticed as well is that the cushioning is no longer adjustable on this model. So before, with this little knob, you can turn it and you can turn the cushioning on and off to feel that shock absorption and then also remove it. With this one, the cushioning just remains on. We don't miss the extra adjustment, and definitely with NordicTrack in our testing, what we've done with these treadmills, we've found that they have very soft, forgiving cushioning, so it just makes for a really comfortable experience. So we don't miss that, and just know that you get really soft cushioning that is extra forgiving, especially if you experience joint pain or anything like that when you're running. This definitely helps minimize that. And also another thing with the belt that I think is just a nice touch that they added was that the sides of the belt are tucked under the side rails versus here they're exposed. This really, we found, eliminates that extra belt slapping that you can kind of hear, especially when you're running. And then also I feel like it's a smarter design to help eliminate getting any like dirt and debris underneath, which could then get in and maybe even impact the motor. So this I feel like it's just a cleaner look overall, and this is just a more functional, smarter design. And overall, with it being streamlined, I feel like it just looks a little bit more, maybe elegant, I guess if we could call the treadmills elegant, than the previous model. So overall, this I think has been a great upgrade from the 2021 model that we already previously really enjoyed. So comparatively, they both fold up. The decks both fold up and lock into place. They have transportation wheels, so you can tilt them and move them around wherever you need them to go. They both go up to 12 miles per hour max speed and have a 15% incline and -3% decline for even more variables in your training. And they're also both enabled with iFit, which comes free for the first month when you purchase the 2022 model. So overall, we're really impressed with the new 2022 model of the 2450. It has a larger screen that pivots side to side, so you can get even more use out of iFit. And there is less storage on this model than the previous one, but we didn't really miss it. The motors are very comparable, and the motor is just as responsive and quiet as the previous model, and you can get that same level of training that you can on the 2021 model that we know and love. So you'll be able to do everything from walking, jogging, running, hiking, and get a lot of heavy use out of it. Also, it has just been streamlined with a cleaner look that we love. We love this all black look compared to the black and gray on the other one. Both of these models allow you to run up to 12 miles per hour, have a 15% incline and -3% decline for even more training. So we're really happy with how comparable they are and all of the thoughtful upgrades on the new 2022 model. If you want to learn more about each of these models, we have video reviews of both, and then you can head to treadmillreviewguru.com to read our full review of the new 2022 model. And you can click the link below to check for current pricing on this model. And if you like this video and find it helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We create these videos for you guys so you know how new models compare to previous models and how these machines work for you before you take them home. I'm Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.